They say it takes a village to raise a child, right? So you may be wondering, when do they show up? Like, it hasn't materialized yet. Do I need to call them up? What's going on? Let's talk about that. But first, hi, I'm Dr. Keena, and on my channel, I talk about parenting, education, and child development tips, and homeschooling. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe. But now let's continue with this discussion of the village. Now, I want to start by saying if you're feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, isolated, I want you to know you're not alone. Um, Parenthood is hard. And I believe society glamorizes motherhood, parenthood, and it's difficult in a way that you really can't understand until you're in it. And so, this idea of a village, it is necessary. And I truly believe that we were not intended to do parenthood alone because it really is, it is just a lot. It's a lot. But I think we need to acknowledge that in this day and age, the the idea of a village is going to look different because the societal demands on people, they also look different compared to how they did in the past. So a lot of older people, a lot of grandparents are having to work full time later in age than they used to. And so they may not have the same level of availability that grandparents had in the past. Or sometimes they may be traveling and they just may not have the bandwidth or availability to be there in ways that that families did before. And also, people may be busy and financially strapped. So even other relatives or friends, it may not be that they don't want to help you or don't care about your struggle. It's just that they are trying to keep their head above water too. And so we we are kind of in an interesting era where we are having to pave a way. We know that a lot of people are working multiple jobs or, trying to do a side hustle, and everybody is trying to build their finances. And so often the people that we may have anticipated being in our village and playing certain roles, when that doesn't pan out, it's often not that they don't care. It's more that they may not have the bandwidth to offer that support because they're trying to stay afloat and also um, take care of their own needs. But that does not mean that we have to let go of this idea of a village. We just have to maybe redefine what a village looks like for you. And so I would encourage you to figure out what kind of support do you need, and understand that the village may not only be your family members, close family members, and friends, but it may be other people in the neighborhood. And honestly, I'm going to be real. In this day and age, it'll probably often involve some paid services, but it can still be valuable and it can still provide some of the support that you may be needing. Figuring out the kind of support that you're looking for will really help guide how you go about building your village and getting what you need. So, if you're looking for someone to commiserate with you about some of the challenges of motherhood, if you're looking for somebody to talk to understand, some of that may be available in different online communities, in different virtual communities, or maybe even different mom groups. And there may be some of those in your area if you're wanting some of those in-person connections. Maybe you might be looking for some time to yourself, some time to relax, some time without children. So everybody is not going to be able to watch your children for you for free. And that's just a reality. Some people will, and I'm not saying that there won't be anybody, but um, The reality is everybody's not going to always be available or able or willing to watch your child or children for you. If you have multiple children, you may consider the idea of having somebody watch one or some of them, while maybe some of the other ones that are a bit more independent can maybe manage themselves while you have some time to rest or get other things done. You may need to enlist some paid support if your family or friends are not available to do that. And so you can look into at some resources, some online directories that have childcare options, and you can look at the reviews for some of the different people to see if you can find a good fit. And maybe you can even if it's something that you're able to do once a month, maybe to get a couple of hours, you can find some time for that. Also, in a lot of areas, there are child activities that offer parents' night out. So, for example, different gymnastics studios in my area, or like sometimes different martial arts studios, just different places where they offer services for children. Some of them offer parents' night out, a couple of weekends a year, or maybe like one Friday a month, something like that. So take advantage of those. It's a way for you to take your child to a safe place and have them do something for fun for a couple of hours. And then maybe you can do what you need to do, and then you can do what you need to do during that time, whether that is read or sleep, go out to eat, do some shopping, do some work. Hopefully, you use the time for something pleasurable. but um, but take a look at those kinds of activities because they are available in some different areas, and that may help to provide some of the relief that you're looking for. And another part of the village, maybe other paid services like uh, having, if you're able to have somebody come into your home and clean periodically, doesn't necessarily have to be every day, but maybe if you have somebody that can come and take some things off your plate, whether it's once a week, once a month, that may be something that you find helps you. Maybe you can think about outsourcing laundry or having food delivery services, grocery delivery, or curbside pickup to take some of the burden away from those tasks. So that's also a way that you may be able to ease your load a bit. So just know that getting help, getting support is no, you don't remember that there's nothing wrong with getting help or getting support. It's not a sign of failure. It's actually a sign of strength when you're able to say, hey, I'm going to take this off my plate and then I can be more present for myself and my children. And remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So finding your village is important and give yourself permission to take breaks and prioritize your own well-being. And I can tell you personally, I have a good village. I'm very thankful and very blessed. I actually do have family, my family that's in the area, but both of my parents do work full time and they are engaged in a lot of different social activities. And so they are busy, but I am very thankful and blessed that they do support me and my son. But with that said, I do have other sources of support that I lean on. So one, I outsource laundry. I there is a laundromat around the corner that I can drop my laundry off at and pick it up folded 24 hours later. And it's surprisingly affordable. There are laundry services where they will actually come and pick up your laundry and then take it back. My sister told me about that one, but it's close enough for me to go and drop it off and pick it up. And I am so thankful for it. Truthfully, I still need to get better about putting it away immediately, but still, that takes it off my plate, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. I also periodically get prepared meals from a subscription service because sometimes I am just uh, stretched and I don't have the energy to cook every single day, honestly. And it really is nice to know that I can have that as a resource when I need it. And then I homeschool. And so my homeschool group that my son and I are a part of, that is a part of our village as well. And that provides a different kind of support because I that the group, it's not drop off, so I'm there, but it allows me to be in community with other people who homeschool, who understand some of the challenges that come along with taking on the responsibility of educating your child. And I do like that my son gets to interact with other children who learn the same way. So that is an important part of our village as well. And then my son's he goes to an amazing after school program that I am so thankful that we found it. And they are definitely a big part of the village. He goes there, and he's able to be there from about 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. So he's there, and I can take some time to get some work done or rest. And I know that he's there socializing with other kids, doing um, other nice activities like arts and crafts, music, lots of different things. So I am very thankful that I have found systems to provide the support I need to allow me to do all of the things that I want to do. I want to encourage you and empower you and let you know that you're not alone. I want to encourage you to build your village, figure out the kind of support you need, and figure out different ways that you can get that support. Understand that it may not look how you initially thought it would look, but your village can definitely be built. So I hope you found this video helpful. If it resonates with you, please share in the comments some of your experiences regarding building a village, or if you have any recommendations that somebody might want to consider. And let's build this community together. Until the next video. Bye.